you really believe that garbage?
It's not about a believing, it's a matter of fact.
So you believe.
In any country, prison is where society sends its failures. But in this country, society itself is failing.
I'd like to punch him in the face, I'll tell you.
We won the evangelicals. We won with young. We won with old. We won with highly educated. We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated.
You crazy.
Grab him by the pussy.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Shut your mouth, because you don't know what you're talking about. Yes, I did.
Hold it, tough guy. I'm not afraid of physical. Hold it.
Don't sit there and tell me I'm not.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, "Fool me once, shame on you. You fool me, we can't get fooled again."
They're bringing drugs. They're bringing crime. They're rapists. And some, I assume, are good people. Stand back and stand by.
Last thing was Olivia Gondak. It says that I wanted to eat her pussy. Olivia Gondak. I've never said that in my life tour. I would never do that. I'm happily married. I've got more than enough to eat at home. Thank you very much.
You got to come see us when you come to New York, VP Biden.
I will.
It's a long way until November. We got more questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Okay. I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody, and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? It's like incredible. I went to an Ivy League school. I'm very highly educated. I know words. I have the best words. We now have a gun on every table. We're ready to start shooting.
By the way, maybe you could inject some bleach in your arm. That would take care of it. This is the same man.
Sarcastic.
That was, even though they're trying to impeach the son of a bitch. Can you believe that? You believe that? That's enough. Put down the mic.
President, are you worried about indictments coming down in this investigation?
Punch him in the face, I'll tell you.
If I may ask
Peter,
one
go
other
ahead.
question, are you worried?
That's enough. That's
Mr.
enough.
President, I was going to ask one other.
I don't want reality. I'm asking the question, which one is better? That's exactly what it is.
Got it on tape.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
I don't like words that hide the truth. I don't like words that conceal reality. I don't like euphemisms or euphemistic language. And American English is loaded with euphemisms because Americans have a lot of trouble dealing with reality. Americans have trouble facing the truth. So they invent a kind of a soft language to protect themselves from it. And it gets worse with every generation. For some reason, it just keeps getting worse.
How stupid are these politicians to allow this to happen?
If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big guy.
Oh, stop it.
Is that your solution every poll?
No, sit down. Sorry, Eric. Sit down. Look at you.
You're saying it's a falsehood, and they're giving Sean Spicer, our press secretary, gave alternative facts. Alternative facts. Alternative facts. Alternative facts.
Saudi Arabia and Russia We'll repeat your.
I ain't talking politics. I'm talking life.
I ain't talking politics, I'm talking life.
Previously
On Tate Fist Politics.
We are now on episode number 32, and this is entitled Trilogy of Trash, Man, Woman, and Child. Today, we have the world's most dangerous political panel. I've always said human beings are trash. And every day I get up, you see a reason on why you would say that.
For the case of physical castration, we're talking about a surgeon surgically removing the defendant's testicles from his body.
Sylvia, while this method of punishment has been on the books for years, it's extremely rare that a defendant actually chooses it, usually opting for the less permanent solution of taking hormones. Glenn Sullivan Sr. of Springfield pleaded guilty to raping a 14-year-old girl multiple times, which resulted in a pregnancy. He was sentenced Wednesday by Judge William Dykes to 50 years in prison and physical castration.
A judge has ordered that his balls be removed.
I 100% endorse this idea. This time, I feel like perverted men that keep after kids, and I'll say they are kids, they're innocent kids.
Yeah, I don't agree with chemical castration or physical castration. If it's not being sentenced under what defines your crime, it shouldn't be there. Chemical castration is something that's lifelong. You have to continue to take the drugs for the rest of your life. Not to mention the side effects that go along with it. Now check this out. I wouldn't have no problem with this if this person served life in prison, because under the mandates of the state, he would have to continue to take those drugs in jail. But once you're out of jail and you register as a sex offender, it's not up to the state to monitor you through chemical castration, because you got to continue to take the drug. In order for them to know that you got to continue to take the drug, they got to monitor you. So if you're a sex offender and you serve 5 years in prison, I register as a sex offender, and for the rest of my life, I have to continue to take these drugs and continue to monitor with you. That's a life. That's a life sentence. Why didn't you give him life?
What would stop you when I release you to go back and doing the same thing again? That's just defeating the purpose. So I might as well just completely.
Ask the millions of repeat offenders that same question for any manner of crime.
That's the point we're trying to make now. Why are we giving you leeway? So we're just going to go ahead and take away that due process that you would have. I say, at this particular point, so you did harm to an innocent, bystander, which is the child. Why are you getting any leniency in terms of that? I might as well castrate you so you suffer the consequence for the rest of your life.
The eyes of the law are blind. I can put that same logic. If you're a repeat theft offender,
well,
you should cut your hands off.
They're damn right. You should cut your hands off, because you're gonna.
You said it. I didn't. Okay, that's cool.
If it was a lesser sentence,
it's because after his 10 years, he would then be subject to the parole system to garner his freedom. I don't care if it was 30 days. If he has to go through a process to reestablish his freedom, why is he still checking in for the rest of his life? Because you got to register as a sex offender.
Points of what you did to the person that didn't get
that's not a sentence. That's not rehabilitation. First and foremost, Vancat like to talk about true rehabilitation in the prison system. That ain't it. And you can't cherry pick what crime is up for rehabilitation or not, or reform. You can't do it.
I don't feel bad for him, to be honest. I really don't. And
I don't either. Right.
So you're pretty much in agreement of MD's stance?
Bro, my thing is, I don't want him to have an actual number of time, because if he comes out, he'll still have rights with the baby. So I don't want him to ever come out. I need a blank. He's just serving time. It just says time. They like, how many years? Time. That's it. He don't ever need to get out. Because I know, plenty of people that get out of jail after they done did some graping and then want to establish with the baby. Oh, it's still my child. I have rights as the parent.
Right.
Nah, pimp. Go sit down. This your life now.
The shocking video will break your heart. It shows a little boy running as fast as he can on a treadmill. The video was played at the murder trial of the boy's father, 31-year-old Christopher Greger. Little Corey was an adorable youngster, but his father allegedly thought he was fat and forced him to lose weight by running on the treadmill in the gym in their apartment building in Barnegat, New Jersey. Corey's mother broke down in court as the tape was played, watching her son fall off the treadmill.
We're not showing you the most disturbing parts, it's just too upsetting. But the video played for the jury shows Corey unable to keep up with the treadmill's pace and falling down again and again, only to have his father put him back on.
Corey died 12 days later. The autopsy said there was evidence of chronic abuse.
They didn't even tell me the medical reason he died.
Facts.
All they said was chronic abuse. What kind of abuse? Was it abuse from running? Was it running abuse? Like, somebody need to tell me something. That video, please watch that video again without feelings. They said absolutely nothing. Nothing of legal substance. Nothing. They stopped the video to tell me that he picked him up and put him back on the treadmill. So the hell what? It didn't say that entire video was bullcrap propaganda that people are trying to, it sounded to me like they're trying to railroad the man. And I don't want to feel that way. I don't want to feel that way if this guy's a bastard. If he's a bastard, show me. That's what the court of law is. They have this man up on charges and they can't say one shred of evidence in the entire news report.
That the media ain't there to do the research for you. Let me ask a question. What does chronic abuse mean?
Please tell me. Please tell me what it means.
Over a period of time.
Over a period of time. Thank you, Venkat.
Sir, if you go run, you right now, if you go running, okay, you, Mr. DM, you get up and go running every day for the next 2 weeks, and then you go in the hospital, you'll have chronic abuse on your legs.
Guess what? When I stop running, ain't nobody picking my ass up to tell me to keep running. What are we talking about?
Do with what we're talking about?
What are we talking about?
Yo, you talking about your personal feelings. I don't give a damn about that, Mr. Policy. This ain't got nothing to do with you. That man can raise his child how he wants. That's what you tell me in America.
Wow.
We're individuals, correct? We're individuals.
Like he doesn't have the right. He doesn't have the right to
what?
Do excessive punishment on his child.
What punishment? What
again?
punishment?
They clearly preface the whole thing by saying we're not going to show you the worst parts or most outrageous parts of it. They let you know that already.
Sir, they said we're not going to show you the most outrageous parts, and then they explained what those outrageous parts were. You know what they said? They said he picked him up and put him back on the treadmill.
That was among some of the things that were happening.
No, sir. No, sir. We can watch the video again. I heard what the man said. The man said there were horrific things. He fell off the treadmill and he put him back. That's all that was said. They didn't say he threw him back. They didn't say he picked him back. They said he picked him back up and put him on a treadmill. Stop putting your feelings in what your eyes and your ears heard.
It's not about feelings.
It is about feelings.
It's not about feelings at all.
So what country do you live in where you get to tell somebody how to parent their kid? I wouldn't do it to my kid, but it's not illegal to do to your child. My problem is with you guys, and not UMD, it's Venkat passing judgment with no information. You're about to give us the first bit of real information in the court trial. Venkat is emotionally invested, and he automatically has this man. You'd be the worst juror of all. You automatically have this man guilty for nothing. They've not said one thing of evidentiary prowess or evidentiary foundation.
You don't think they went through the autopsy in the trial? I'm pretty sure that they did. Let me read this. Okay. After it was determined that he suffered blunt force trauma to his chest and abdomen, likely due to repeated falls off the treadmill. Lacerations and contusions to both his liver and his heart.
sir.
Wow.
How you how
As and indications of chronic abuse.
She just said a terrible thing. You know what she said? Shout it out, because I don't want to. Okay, you're not allowed to say, and I never expect to hear that from you again. She said, I never expect to hear that from you again. She said he's. That's terrible. Terrible.